It's that time of year again, and backed by popular demand, it's the Star Sports Cheltenham video blogs and a stellar panel once again. To my left, welcome back Tanya, it's good to see you again. Bill Esdale, the City AM racing editor, and Claude.
Claude Duval.
Yeah,
I'm Claude Duval.
Unfortunately, Claude, don't worry, he's not dead, he's retired. He is sat at home right now with a nice glass of Pinot Noir watching Luke Harvey take over. And let's get straight into it. Let's get on with the Supreme. Bill, what will go off favourite? I think that's the most interesting thing. Is it lazy bookmaking putting Mellon in favourite?
I think Mellon, if at the time of writing, if Charlie Parks wins at Kempton on Saturday, he'll be favourite for this, and I think he'll be a warm favourite. Being a juvenile who'll get the £8 allowance, which will mean he's, and if he wins at Kempton, I think he'll be clear favourite. Mellon is favourite on default. Willie Mullins, Ruby Walsh. I think the last horse to win on the Supreme on the back of one win was Flown in '92. Was it
Jamie Osborne?
Yeah, Jamie Osborne. So we are talking a long time ago. But the answer to your question, Charlie Parks, I think will be favourite.
So Mellon would have to defy horses that have not run in the calendar year 0 from 85. So that's a massive stat you're going to have to blow out. If you look down the card, next in we've got Moon Racer at 8 years old. I think the last 8-year-old to win was Like a Butterfly in '92. So this really is looking to me like a race where you get a turn up. Luke, is there going to be a turn up? If so, what could it be?
I don't think there will be a turn up because I think Charlie Parks, as Bill said, look, we don't know how he's going to run on Saturday, but I was so impressed with him when he won first time at Kempton. He's got that sort of attitude. He looks a professional horse. He's come over from France. He's got that sort of will to win. That the way that he jumped was really slick. Some people wondering whether he'll go for the Triumph or the Supreme. I'll be amazed if they don't go for the Supreme with him. Because
they've got the anti-pace favourite in Definitely Dissolved.
I know, but and it looks so winnable, doesn't it? Mellon's had that one start. Okay, he was okay in France as well, just because he's a Willie Mullins horse. You look down the others, Ballyandy, of course he won the Betfair, he won it okay, but I don't know, Highbridge, he'll be, young Alex Ferguson will probably end up riding him. He'll be priced accordingly. There'll be plenty of people like you saying he can't win on it, he's not good enough. But he will be priced accordingly.
How dare you? He's won 20 Premier Leagues, he can win a Supreme. Right, these two Wallies, Tanya, have managed to find the favourite and the second favourite.
But they're not Wallies.
Can you put the boys to shame?
They're not Wallies because in fairness, if you look at the stats of the last 15 run-ins, 10 times it's come from the first 4 in the betting. And Cream comes to the top. Albeit the fact that Mellon has done nothing of substance. The form, the one run has no strength behind it, has it? Because the horse that finished second was beaten at 4-11 next time up. You were asking for a big outsider, perhaps. Well, how about Mick Jazz, if Mick Jazz does decide to go that route, or even Azerti? I know everyone was taken by Highbridge at Newbury and he sauntered home, but my eyes were drawn to Azerti just as much. That was running on exceptionally strongly.
It's a couple of 33-1 chances.
Yeah, they're probably that to run.
But she answered her own question. They normally come from a horse at the top of the market.
Yeah, exactly. So you asked for perhaps we're going to see a result. If we're going to see a result, I'd be minded to look towards Azerti or look towards Mick Jazz because he's a bit of a roll up your sleeves, battle it out merchant. But if you look towards the top of the market, then watch Charlie Parks because if you love your stats, then Adonis horses in the Cheltenham Festival, phenomenal record. It's fighting around the 40% strike rate for going on to win at the festival when they do run there.
We haven't mentioned Bunk Off Early, which is obviously the 7-1 chance. He's third in at the moment.
Gutted the other day.
Ruby Walsh will probably decide this market. In whatever he decides to ride will dictate there. That he should ride Mellon, but Bunk Off Early came there cruising behind Bacardi's on a lot of softer ground and didn't go past. And snaff projects at other courses don't tend to relish Cheltenham, do they?
Bacardi's is a staying horse. There is no way Bunk Off Early is going to have the pace in a race like this. So it depends. There's a lot of it. Obviously, depends. At Cheltenham, they try and get the ground on that first day. It will be on the softer side of good to soft because they've got to make it like that. So that will be in his favour if it becomes a little bit of a test of stamina. But I can't see him having the speed.
I mean, the ground is an important thing here because if the ground is soft and we get a lot of rain, you could get Duffy de Searle in here and you could get Charlie Parks back in the Triumph. There's so many different variables you could mix up here. The other point I'd like to make, just picking up on something Luke said, was about Moon Racer, is that everyone keeps quoting this 8-year-old figure. there's only 4 8-year-olds have run in the last 12 years, so it's a very small sample. He's a very good horse. You know, he's won a champion bumper here. You know, you can't rule him out if he lines up.
No, I mean his form does stack up,
yeah,
doesn't it? You know,
the,
especially at championship level.
Yeah.
And he's been campaigned like a horse that they're looking for that real big win, aren't they?
And they're talking about champion hurdles with him. I mean, if he's good enough to run a champion hurdle, he could be good enough to win this.
Well, they've also got Moving Times in there, who obviously in that Betfair hurdle was cantering, and that was the ground wasn't a delight that day. So there'd be another reason for Charlie Parks to stay in the race, or definitely decide if they're going to run 2 by 2 by 2, which he can with the armour he's got, JP. They should surely be his 2 in this race. Charlie Parks and Moving the Times, and Defi Desoy then take his rightful place in the Neptune. But the point you're making is there could be so many defects all over the place. The non-runner no bet will be a huge thing, and we are at Star Sports. We're non-runner no bet from the 28th, and that won't mean that the horses that are 10s now go 6 to 1. All the prices will stay the same. We will be non-runner no bet across the board. No, there will be no slashing of prices. That's why we don't do it really, really early. There's no point. Let's do it early enough, a couple of weeks before the festival, and the prices will be the same. But that's the 28th of February, but let's commit to a selection now. Tanya?
Each way is Erty.
Each way is Erty. Bill?
I'm going to say that if Charlie Parks is as good as they think he is, and you're a Lambourne man, I think nothing in this field will be able to give him £8. I think that he will win, and win easily.
I rode work with AP McCoy this morning, and he said...
We don't need to know about your personal life. It's absolute disgusting. Sorry about that.
When AP says this is a proper horse, it is a proper horse, you know, and the way he did it at Kempton first time, I think he's an absolute banker.
I mean, Binocular failed to do it as a juvenile. I think they'll make no mistakes this time round.
I mean, Charlie Parks is a horse I like, the horse I've backed. I do keep looking at it and think, I love how wide open it is this year. I love the Tuesday. There's no 4 or 5 odds-on chances, and I think this could be the race that we finally get a turn up. But I will be with Charlie Parks. 3 Charlie Parks, 1 Azerty. But whatever you back in the Supreme, good luck. We're on the rails. We're in the members area at Cheltenham. Please do come and see us.